Hey, one of the concepts that I have found helpful for myself in looking at how to solve problems, how to raise a family and things. This is an old chiropractic thing, and it's a simplification, but just roll with it here. They call it the 3 T's. So the idea would be, what really causes problems? What causes health problems for people? And they said, well, the 3 T's, they called it traumas, thoughts, and toxins. So another way to think of that, trauma would be like physical stress, physical, mechanical things happening to the body, and then thoughts would be mental, emotional, spiritual things, and then toxins would be chemical things there, and that could be things that are nutritional, it could be environmental, it could be anything there. The chemistry of the environment becomes the chemistry of of our bodies there. So traumas, thoughts, and toxins, and looking at that. Those categories of things, it's like if you're suffering with some challenge, maybe you get headaches, maybe you're in pain, maybe you have chronic illness, whatever the thing is, it's like try to categorize it. And is it a physical thing, a physical mechanical problem? Is it some type of mental, emotional, spiritual problem? And I believe personally that a lot of things that people deal with are more that than they may understand or want to deal with, or we can effectively deal with. But I think those kind of things, they're going to manifest physically. All right, and then you have toxins or chemicals. So is it is something you're dealing with? Is it a nutritional thing? Is it an environmental thing? Some people have mysterious illnesses. Maybe there's mold in the home. Maybe they have some kind of infectious thing. Maybe there are synthetic toxins in the food that are accumulating in the body. So there's many ways that could manifest itself, but try to identify and categorize as your problem, trauma, a thought, or a toxin. Because if you try to do the wrong thing, if you're trying to solve one problem of one category with something else there, it might be relatively ineffective. So clearly chiropractic is in the realm of that, that trauma thing. So the baseline of what happens is every single human being on a planet are subjected to certain forces, and some varying degrees of trauma might be very, very mild, or some small number of people might have very little stuff that happens negative to their body. A lot of people have all kind of stuff with sports and crashes and work and things like that, and then you have some people that have really severe stuff happen to their body, and it may never be the same, but they certainly want to improve or get it better if they can. So chiropractic would look and say, we're all having gravity hit us, we're all having time, we're all having age. Who doesn't walk, run, sit, bend, lift, carry, have to actually, labor in their life and in their work, much less in the modern world with high-speed vehicles and, football and all these kind of things that we know are, lead to significant trauma to the body. So the chiropractic role would be to say there is like a normal, or ideal structure physical to the body, and when it has trauma to it, some of that trauma is reversible. Now, some might not be reversible, might lead to changes in bone, lead to changes in muscle, lead to changes in ligaments or nerves or things like that. Some things do not have a lot of regenerative capacity, relatively speaking, like nerves or heart muscles. There's some, but probably not a lot in comparison to muscles or skin or something like that. But there are some things that are reversible, right? And especially if it's a mechanical thing, if there's some element of alignment, if there's some element of mobility, some element of compression or something that's happening and leading that person to not function at a full level or have a quality life, then you certainly want to use a mechanical input, whether that's chiropractic or other types of mechanical input, and improve that person's quality of life. One of the things that's so awesome about chiropractic is it really gets to the root, the core, the center of it. Instead out here muscling around or things like that with therapies or weights or whatnot, which are all great, it gets to the core wiring system, the brain, the nervous system, what's actually sending the signals that literally make your body alive and make it work and sense and respond to the environment. And that runs down primarily through the core of the body, through all the little movable parts of the spine that can have trauma and become misaligned and affect the nerves. Now, you can have peripheral nerve issues. Those are far less common of causing people problems in their life. Clinically, the huge majority of it, I would say well in excess of 90% of things that people deal with affecting their nervous system are more towards the core of the body, not the periphery of it. Okay, So I know I elaborated a little bit on that, chiropractic aspect of that there, because that's what I do. But if you have any thoughts on this topic or questions, like, well, how would you know, or something, or ideas there, put it here. Somebody might gain value from a comment, and if there's any way I can interact, hopefully, I certainly will do that. But thanks for watching.